we're in love and there's nothing to do about it, there's nothing to say.
What I didn't know is that you were going to get so sexy.
One of my favorite people in the whole entire world is Diana Ross.
She wrote a book at one point, and she said the two of you actually were dating at one point.
Yes.
He was the love of her life. But Diana Ross's messy affairs destroyed everyone who got too close. The Motown legend kept her most explosive secrets hidden for decades. From her secret affair with married Smokey Robinson,
Well, it lasted probably longer than it should because I was married at the time.
to Michael Jackson's obsessive devotion that consumed his life. Diana left a trail of destruction wherever she went. So let's get into it. Diana Ross and Michael Jackson shared a bond that was as deep as it was complex. Diana, who was 14 years older than Michael, played a significant role in his life, becoming his mentor, mother figure, and unrequited love. Their relationship began in 1969 and continued to evolve over the decades, shaping both their personal and professional lives. In 1969, the Jackson 5 signed with Motown, a pivotal moment in their careers. Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown, was captivated by Michael's talent, seeing a combination of James Brown and Sammy Davis Jr. in him. Although Diana Ross was credited with discovering the Jackson 5, this was actually a PR stunt orchestrated by Gordy. The real discoverers were Gladys Knight and Suzanne DePass. Additionally, contrary to popular belief, Michael was 11 years old in 1969, not 9.
I wasn't introducing you, Michael.
You weren't?
No.
Well, who else do you think makes the stage come to real life besides me and Ed Sullivan?
Michael moved in with Diana Ross shortly after the Jackson 5 signed with Motown. He lived with her for about a year, from 1969 until 1970, when his family permanently relocated from Gary, Indiana to Encino, California. During this period, Michael developed a deep attachment, and he became what some might refer to as obsessed with Diana Ross. He would often call her Mama and his girlfriend. Katherine Jackson, Michael's mother, mentioned in her book that he would refer to Diana as Mama. Living with Diana at such a young age had a profound impact on Michael. He was in awe of her elegance, beauty, and star power. Diana took Michael under her wing, introducing him to the glamorous world of Hollywood and the entertainment industry. She taught him about stage presence, fashion, and how to navigate the complexities of fame. Michael absorbed these lessons eagerly, viewing Diana not only as a mentor, but also as the epitome of what he wanted to become. In 1977, Michael Jackson and Diana Ross starred together in The Wiz, a musical film adaptation of The Wizard of Oz, filmed in New York. Michael, who was 19 at the time, played the Scarecrow, while Diana took on the role of Dorothy. Michael Jackson's mother, Katherine, once said, "When Diana Ross was named to play Dorothy, Michael had further incentive to land a role in the movie. He'd been in love with her ever since he and his brothers had been her house guests. 'You're not pretty until you start looking like Diana,' he would tease LaToya and Janet."
Diana and Michael had a relationship in the past from their Motown days, and it shows in the film the kind of warmth and friendship between the two.
Jackson biographer J. Randy Taraborelli recounted that in 1977, while on the Wiz shoot, Michael Jackson and Diana Ross would regularly go out at night, attending parties at New York's Studio 54 nightclub. One of Diana's assistants said he had been trying to get hold of both of them all morning as they were late for filming. Eventually, they got hold of them on the phone and was surprised to find they were in his apartment and that she had apparently spent the night there. Diana later told a friend, "Michael definitely isn't gay," further sparking speculation. When this assistant asked Michael if anything had happened between them, Michael said, "You'd have to ask her that." And when he asked Diana, she told him he needed to ask Michael. This flirtation between Michael Jackson and Diana Ross would continue for years to come, as Michael's infatuation grew. But Diana never took the relationship seriously because of their 13-year age gap.
Well, I always knew you would. What?
be sexy. Do you guys think she's sexy?
Although this was never an issue for Michael, Diana, on the other hand, could not overcome the taboo of the age and their association when Jackson was a child. She was fearful of how this would impact on her public image and thus her career, and Diana Ross was a fiercely ambitious woman. After a photo session with Diana Ross and photographer Todd Gray, Gray showed Jackson proof sheets, and Jackson ordered 2 large prints of every picture. The photographer was blown away. 2 of every single one. That's about 144 prints. Michael answered, "Yes, I can count. I want 1 set for myself and 1 for Diana. Todd, this is magic." The filming of The Wiz marked a significant period in their relationship. They spent long hours together on set, deepening their bond. Michael admired Diana's work ethic and talent, while Diana was impressed by Michael's dedication and skill. Their chemistry was evident both on and off screen, leading to further speculation about the nature of their relationship. Michael's devotion to Diana went beyond professional admiration. He idolized her, viewing her as the perfect woman. He believed that to be beautiful, a woman had to look like Diana. She was not only his mentor in the entertainment industry, but also a mother figure and the object of his romantic desires. Michael allegedly proposed to Diana twice, and both times she accepted, only to later call off the engagements, fearing that marrying someone 14 years younger would harm her career. Despite the broken engagements, Michael's feelings for Diana remained strong. He often spoke about his love for her in interviews, though he rarely went into detail. In his autobiography, Moonwalk, Michael expressed his complex feelings towards Diana. He described her as his first love, even though they never had a traditional romantic relationship. When Diana got married, Michael felt happy for her, but also deeply hurt and jealous, revealing his enduring affection for her. Michael channeled his feelings for Diana into his music. One of his most famous songs, Dirty Diana, was inspired by their tumultuous relationship. In the mid-80s, Diana reportedly accepted Michael's ring, indicating their engagement. However, when Michael's mother, Catherine, disapproved, Diana felt pressured and eventually married Arne Næss Jr., a Norwegian businessman and mountaineer, leaving Michael heartbroken. Dirty Diana was initially written as a revenge song, filled with anger and bitterness. The lyrics of Dirty Diana reveal Michael's frustration and hurt. He felt betrayed by Diana, who had promised to marry him, but ultimately chose someone else. The song describes a woman who uses her charm and beauty to manipulate men, a clear reference to how Michael felt about Diana. The lines, "She likes the boys in the band," and "Just make me a star," reflect his belief that Diana was more interested in fame and attention than in a genuine relationship with him. Despite the anger and resentment in Dirty Diana, Michael's love for Diana never truly faded. He continued to write songs about her, expressing his complicated emotions through his music. His dedication to her was evident in the way he spoke about her in interviews, and the care he took to ensure her legacy was honored. Michael's feelings for Diana were profound and obsessive. He dedicated an entire room in his house to her, filled with photos, paintings, and candles burning 24/7, believing this ritual would keep her close. This obsessive devotion was also evident in his performances and music videos, where Diana often symbolically appeared. Their relationship was marked by moments of jealousy and possessiveness. Diana often interfered in Michael's relationships with other women, both platonic and romantic. For instance, during Michael's publicized date with Madonna, Diana made a point to sit on his lap and hog his attention. Similarly, when Elizabeth Taylor, another of Michael's close friends, tried to comfort him during a difficult time, Diana intervened, making sure she remained the center of Michael's world. The media closely followed the relationship between Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, often speculating about the nature of their bond. Tabloid headlines and gossip columns frequently ran stories about their rumored romantic involvement, engagements, and breakups. The public was fascinated by their connection, and the media capitalized on this curiosity. Diana and Michael both dealt with the intense scrutiny in different ways. Diana, being older and more experienced, was better equipped to handle the media attention. She often deflected questions about their relationship, emphasizing their professional collaboration and friendship. Michael, on the other hand, struggled with the constant speculation and invasive questions. His shy and private nature made it difficult for him to address the rumors directly, leading to further speculation. The media's portrayal of their relationship added another layer of complexity to their bond. Michael felt protective of Diana, often defending her against negative press. He was deeply affected by the criticism and hurtful comments directed at her, which only intensified his feelings of love and devotion.
I refuse you to insult Michael. He's a friend of mine. I love him, and I don't like people making fun. I get real serious when I talk about Michael, and I think we should really kind of look at his life with compassion.
The professional collaboration between Diana Ross and Michael Jackson was marked by mutual respect and admiration. Diana played a crucial role in Michael's early career, providing guidance and support as he navigated the entertainment industry. She introduced him to influential figures, helped him develop his stage presence, and offered invaluable advice. Their collaboration extended beyond The Wiz. Michael often credited Diana with inspiring some of his most iconic performances and music. Her influence can be seen in his fashion choices, stage costumes, and performance style. Diana's mentorship helped shape Michael into the superstar he became, and he never hesitated to acknowledge her impact on his career. In turn, Michael's success also benefited Diana. As Michael's career skyrocketed, their association brought renewed attention to Diana's work. Their shared history and connection added an element of intrigue to Diana's public persona, making her even more captivating to fans and the media. During Diana Ross's 1981 special, Michael Jackson was featured heavily. They performed together 3 times, and Michael was the only other person who had their own performance other than Diana Ross herself. While being introduced, Diana called Michael her baby, and they hugged several times. The special also included a mini interview between the two, where they flirted and called each other sexy.
Michael and I, we're in love, and there's nothing to do about it. There's nothing to say. What I didn't know is that you were going to get so sexy.
Diana Ross's vivacious character and affection towards Michael allowed fans to misconstrue it as Diana's personality was infectious, and she was flirty with all men in public, including Michael. It's one of the tragedies of Michael Jackson that he dwelt on this romantic obsession and did not let it go. Jackson even erected a shrine dedicated to the love of his life in his family home, with photographs and mementos. However, Diana wasn't interested in Michael and made several attempts to soften the blow for him. The public saw her and MJ as mother and son. This is demonstrated while on the red carpet with Michael at the 1981 Oscars. She said, "He's going to play my son." As a result, they burst out laughing and walked away.
For film, what are your plans in film coming up?
We're going to do something soon. He's going to play my son.
How do you feel about that?
It's great.
But even with Diana's hints and gentle letdowns, in Michael Jackson's naive mind, he and Diana were in a relationship, and he had hopes that they would ultimately be together. In 1983, Michael Jackson once said in an interview, "Diana Ross is everything you could wish for. I love her. I hope she marries me. She always tells me her most private secrets. That's the kind of relationship we have. It goes on forever." Michael Jackson was devastated when Ross met her second husband, Norwegian shipping magnate Arne Næss Jr., in 1985. The two married the following year and Michael Jackson apparently canceled his attendance to the public wedding at the last minute. When I heard Diana Ross was getting married, I was happy for her because I knew it would make her very joyous. Still, it was hard for me, because I had to walk around pretending to be overwhelmed that Diana was getting married to this man I'd never met. I wanted her to be happy, but I have to admit that I was a bit hurt and a little jealous. During 1986's American Music Awards, Michael showed up halfway through the show with a suitable replacement for Diana Ross in the form of Elizabeth Taylor. It was noted how Michael Jackson appeared visibly upset and cold towards Ross during the show, in which he reluctantly celebrated the success of USA Africa's We Are the World charity single. Michael Jackson went on to write several songs about Diana Ross and their relationship while recording material for his Bad and Dangerous albums. Songs which were released included 1992's Remember the Time, in which Jermaine, Michael's brother, wrote that the song was, as Michael told me, written with Diana Ross in mind, the one great love that, as far as he was concerned, escaped him. Ross's marriage, however, was not happy in spite of two sons. Diana and Arne were married, yet they lived on separate continents. Diana mentioned in interviews that she couldn't live in Norway because it was cold and dark and didn't want to move away from her older kids, family, and career in the US. Diana Ross secretly saw Michael Jackson even during her pregnancies. He was devastated and brokenhearted, but was still under her spell, however. "I've always loved Diana, and I always will," he wrote in his autobiography, Moonwalk. But as the years went by, Michael's interactions with Diana became more infrequent as she focused on family life, and he extensively promoted and toured around the world. In 1991, Diana Ross told the Rock Hill Herald that, "When he wants to see me, he sees me. When he doesn't, he kind of closes the door. There's no reaching him, there's no finding him, there's no anything. He's just this elusive love out there." In any case, both Diana and Michael faced personal struggles that affected their relationship. Michael's tumultuous personal life, marked by intense scrutiny, legal battles, and health issues, often created barriers between them. Diana, who was balancing her own career and family life, found it challenging to maintain a consistent connection with Michael. Despite these challenges, their bond endured. They maintained contact over the years, often speaking on the phone and meeting whenever their schedules allowed. Michael's admiration for Diana never waned, and he continued to seek her approval and guidance, even as he became one of the most famous people in the world. Although Diana always had a place in Michael's heart, he called her his world when she visited him in hospital in 1995. He had his then-wife, Lisa Marie Presley, literally thrown out of his room in preparation for Diana's arrival, in which he lavished her with affection and gifts. After Michael Jackson's death in 2009, and many years since they had a close relationship, Diana Ross was mentioned in his will, stating that he would like to leave his children with her in the event of his mother's death. This act, honoring her as the great mother she was to her children, and knowing in death she would be best to guide his own, but also honoring their lifelong friendship, the lasting bond they developed over the years, and a last reminder of the special place she always had in his heart. Fans have always been divided on the true nature of their relationship. Some believe it was purely platonic, while others are convinced there was a hidden romance. In fact, some are convinced that it was a mother-son relationship. Smokey Robinson, the iconic Motown legend, has recently opened up about his past extramarital affair with fellow music superstar Diana Ross. In a candid interview about his latest album, Gasms, Smokey also addressed a bizarre and persistent rumor that has circulated in the music world for years. The idea that he and Diana Ross are the secret biological parents of Michael Jackson. The story begins in 1952, when two future superstars lived just doors apart in Detroit. Smokey was 12 years old when he first met the girl who would later become Diana Ross, but their relationship would evolve into something far more complex than childhood friendship.
In 1952, you were 12. That's when you met Diana Ross?
Yeah.
And she lived 4 doors down.
4 doors down the street from me.
During his interview, Smokey Robinson was confronted with the outlandish rumor that he and Diana Ross had secretly fathered Michael Jackson. The rumor has long been a source of speculation and amusement among fans, given the close professional and personal ties between the three artists. Smokey exclaimed with laughter at the absurdity of the claim, saying he had never heard that particular rumor before and found it quite funny. When asked whether Diana Ross was aware of this bizarre speculation, Smokey chuckled and said he would call her to ask about it, clearly amused by the whole situation. While the rumor about Michael Jackson's parentage is purely fictional, Smokey Robinson did confirm another long-standing story: his affair with Diana Ross. Smokey admitted that he and Diana had a romantic relationship while he was still married to his first wife, Claudette Rogers, a fellow member of the Miracles. Years later, when pressed about the duration and nature of this relationship, Smokey's candid response revealed just how significant this affair had been.
Well, it lasted probably longer than it should because I was married at the time.
Smokey confirmed the affair lasted about a year while he was married. He explained that they were working together and it just happened naturally. He described it as beautiful, calling Diana a beautiful lady whom he loves to this day. Smokey's revelation sheds light on the deep bond he shared with Diana Ross. He described her as one of his closest people, explaining that she was young and trying to get her career together while he was trying to help her. He brought her to Motown and emphasized that neither was actively pursuing the other. It simply developed organically. Their affair was not merely a fleeting fling, but a meaningful connection that both artists cherished. However, it was Diana who ultimately decided to end their romantic involvement. She told Smokey she couldn't continue the relationship because she knew Claudette and recognized that Smokey still loved his wife. Smokey confirmed that Diana was right. He did love his wife very much. After Michael's untimely death, Diana performed a heartfelt tribute to him, further igniting the debate about their relationship. Her emotions on stage spoke volumes, but the mystery remained unsolved. What's more, Diana Ross voiced support for Michael Jackson in the wake of the explosive Leaving Neverland documentary, which featured extensive allegations of child SA by Jackson.
I refuse you to insult Michael. He's a friend of mine. I love him, and I don't like people making fun. I get real serious when I talk about Michael, and I think we should really kind of look at his life with compassion.
Diana Ross lived her life as the ultimate untouchable star. Beautiful, talented, and always just out of reach. From Smokey Robinson's secret affair to Michael Jackson's lifelong obsession, she remained the dream that defined some of music's greatest careers and broke some of its biggest hearts. Whether calculated or accidental, Diana's relationships left a trail of devoted men who never quite recovered from loving her. Smokey channeled his feelings into timeless songs. Michael built shrines and wrote revenge tracks. Both carried her memory until their final days. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.